What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video, and today we got some breaking news out of Capitol Hill. Everyone, drop what you're doing, pay attention, because outside of the Trump indictment crap, this is arguably, by far, mind you, the biggest story currently happening in the United States. If you don't know, last night on Sean Hannity, of course this happened on frickin' Fox, but Kevin McCarthy, the Speaker of the House, stated that the Republicans' investigations into Biden are rising to the level of an impeachment inquiry. That is right, everybody. One of the most rarest events in the government is an impeachment into the president. An impeachment inquiry, I should say. And well, it seems like there's a possibility of another one happening, and this time happening against President Biden. This is freaking massive. It's not a very common thing to see this happen. Now, before we continue today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you could join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content we all know and love. You love the daily content? Well, this is the best way to support it. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Alright, everybody. Sorry about that. I just had to clear my throat for a second. But anyways, this is massive. I don't think anything I could say can describe how big of an event this is. Think about it. When was the last time an impeachment inquiry happened? Before Trump. Alright, the impeachment stuff with Trump, that was baloney. Bill Clinton, and I still say that was baloney too. Before that, probably Nixon. Of course, he resigned before an impeachment would have happened, but either way, this is rare. This doesn't happen. I hope people understand. This is nuts that we're at this point where we're seriously discussing impeachment inquiry into the President of the United States. So let's get into it. Speaker Kevin McCarthy said Monday night that Republicans' investigations into the business deals of President Biden's family are rising to the level of an impeachment inquiry. The Speaker of the House publicly said this. McCarthy's comments to Fox News' Sean Hannity marks the furthest he's gone on a potential impeachment inquiry. At the same time, he stopped short of explicitly saying he would move to formalize one against Biden, Attorney General Merrick Garland, or any other administration official. He also did not offer a timeline. I mean, you know me. Impeachments need to be used for the most serious of serious allegations. The Democrats, they ruined the meaning of what an impeachment is. They did. Impeaching Trump for a phone call and for January 6th when he wasn't even the president at that time, when he was impeached. I mean, it's like the Democrats abused what impeachment really is. It's for heinous crimes against the Republic. Not for, because we disagree with them. Here's the thing, though, about this one. Unlike most past impeachments, this is one that I could say has serious ground. And I would say is constitutionally a valid argument. McCarthy touched broadly on several corners of the GOP probes, ranging from payments Biden's family members received from foreign companies to IRS whistleblowers who alleged the Justice Department hampered the Hunter Biden investigation to an uncorroborated FBI document at the heart of the GOP's bribery investigation to argue that the Republican investigations are building in the direction of what would be an historic impeachment inquiry. Now, let me be clear. I am not saying an impeachment's going to happen. There's still a serious possibility this fizzles out. I do think an impeachment inquiry is very much on the table. The difference is, imagine the inquiry as basically an investigation. If you're sitting in our position today, we would know none of this if Republicans had not taken the majority. We only followed where the information has taken us. But this is rising to the level of impeachment inquiry, which provides Congress the strongest power to get the rest of the knowledge and information needed, McCarthy told Hannity. And that's the best way to describe the inquiry. It's not necessarily the impeachment vote. It's just the investigation into a potential impeachment. McCarthy added that Republicans would follow this all the way to the end, and this is going to rise from an impeachment inquiry. Spokesperson for McCarthy didn't immediately respond to questions seeking to clarify his remarks. But McCarthy's comments sparked immediate pushback from the White House. Ian Sams, a White House spokesperson for investigations and oversight, said Republicans, quote, eagerness to go after Biden, regardless of the truth, is seemingly bottomless. What? I understand that these people have to, they have to deny it, but it's like, unlike the other impeachments, I would say this one's valid. We have proof the Justice Department of the United States of America interfered in an investigation into the president's son. Not only that, we got proof that's legitimate, mind you, that show President Biden, and his son at least, I should say, used the vice president's power, influence, whatever, to get money, to enrich himself. We got proof of it. Instead of focusing on the real issues Americans want us to address, like continuing to lower inflation or create jobs, this is what the GOP wants to prioritize, he added. No, this is just part of what the GOP's been focused on. They've been focusing on trying to fix the inflation stuff. They've been focused on trying to get stuff actually passed. This is part of it. They are doing a lot of investigations, but it's a good thing. There needs to be investigations into our government constantly. It doesn't matter if it's a Republican president or a Democrat. There should be accountability. House Republicans previously punted on a Biden impeachment push by Congresswoman Lauren Boebert by sending her bill to committees. But McCarthy has previously opened the door to an impeachment inquiry into Garland by House members if they could prove that he lied when the U.S. Attorney David Weiss had complete authority over the years-long investigation into Hunter Biden. Now, I think the Garland impeachment, if I had to say, is more realistic. Because there is serious proof to say that Garland interfered directly. And that he lied to the committee about who actually had power into the investigations. Both Garland and Weiss have denied the whistleblower's allegations. Republicans have painted an impeachment inquiry as a step that would let them determine whether or not to ultimately hold an impeachment vote. That's what it is. An impeachment inquiry, in my opinion, just do it. You don't have to vote on impeachment, just use it so you have expanded powers to investigate what's actually true. What's really going on here? Because these are some of the most damning allegations I've heard for any president. And I'm not talking about some hearsay from somebody 30 years earlier. I'm talking about just this year, 2 IRS agents said the Justice Department interfered in the investigation. The Justice Department, in a letter obtained by Politico on Monday, offered to have Weiss testify publicly before the House Judiciary Committee in late September or mid-October about the Hunter Biden investigation. Garland is already scheduled to testify before the Judiciary Committee in September as part of a routine oversight hearing. Meanwhile, Republicans in the House Oversight Committee are ramping up a sprawling probe into the business deals of Biden's family members as they hunt for a link to President Biden. Devin Archer, a former Hunter Biden business associate, is expected to meet with the panel next week for a closed-door interview. So, we talked about this yesterday, how a former business partner of Hunter Biden, he's going to say, look, I was there when a phone call with President, or at the time, Vice President Biden, was talking to business associates of Hunter. Foreign nationals, mind you. Just a week before he spoke in Ukraine. Again, this was before the Ukrainian war and stuff, so you get the point. Chuck Grassley also released an FBI document known as an FD 1023 last week at the heart of the GOP's Biden bribery investigation. In a conversation detailed in the document, the confidential human source recounts Burisma executive Mykola Zakovic's alleging that he paid a bribe to the Bidens. Again, this isn't like the Russia stuff where somebody heard somebody say something about something. This is a direct person in the conversations. And this is why I do hope there is an impeachment inquiry. Not necessarily an impeachment vote. Because I think that has to be for the most damning of situations. But if the GOP in the House can prove Biden took bribes as vice president and he's still involved with the business dealings to this day, and the Justice Department interfered, I think that's grounds for impeachment. I don't think it passes the Senate by any chance, but hey, if the American people think this guy actually committed something that was impeachable, well, I don't see any downside to it. This isn't like the Bill Clinton stuff where most people thought that impeachment was ridiculous. They didn't like how Bill Clinton acted, but they weren't necessarily in favor of an impeachment. Same thing with Trump. And it's like, this time, if the people really think Biden did commit an impeachable act and the House GOP can prove it, take it to a vote. And we're going to really see if the Democrats are secretly playing 4D chess. How many would actually vote for an impeachment? It makes you wonder, like, if you suddenly see half the Democrats vote yes, that makes you just think. Again, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if an impeachment vote does happen, if they do prove this is a serious grounds for impeachment, and if half the Democrats vote yes, just think for 5 seconds what that kind of means. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.